Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Let me ask you something. How many of you really get how powerful your words can be? Most guys don't. They're out here thinking attraction is all about looks, money, or status. But let's be honest, it's not just about what you've got or how you look. It's about how you make her feel. The way you connect with her emotionally and mentally. That's what sets you apart from the sea of dudes fighting for her attention. Now, one of the most underrated tools you've got is the power of a well-timed, well-placed compliment. Seriously, think about it. Have you ever seen a woman's whole vibe change because of something a guy said? One sentence, delivered just right, can completely flip how she sees you, how she feels about you, and even how attracted she becomes to you. Today, I'm breaking down the art of giving powerful compliments that go way beyond the basic, surface-level stuff most guys throw around. These are the kind of compliments that hit deeper, tapping into something psychological, something primal. They make her feel seen, appreciated, and respected. And yeah, they'll draw her in. Here's the truth. If you're out here dropping generic lines like, "You look good," or "a nice smile," you're just another guy in her inbox, forgettable, easy to ignore. But if you understand the Stoic approach to attraction, if you can control yourself and craft your words carefully, you'll start to see that real influence doesn't come from flashy moves or trying too hard. It comes from shaping how she sees you, how you handle her emotions, and how you command respect without even trying. So, if you're ready to step up your game, to stand out from the crowd and leave a lasting impression, stick around. In a minute, we're diving into some of the most effective compliments you can use to shift how she sees you and build deeper connections. But before we get into that, hit that subscribe button if you're serious about transforming your approach to relationships and unlocking the secrets of Stoic wisdom. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger bonds with the people around you. Alright, let's get into it. Compliment number 1, that fragrance you're wearing is addictive. It smells amazing. Let's start with something that really hits. Fragrance is something most guys overlook, but if you understand the psychology of attraction, you'll realize a woman's scent is one of the most powerful triggers for memory and desire. Think about it. How many times has a specific smell taken you back to a moment, a place, or even a person? That's no accident. Scent is tied to the brain's limbic system, which controls emotions, memories, and deep connections. That's why certain smells can hit you so hard, whether they bring nostalgia, longing, or just a sense of comfort. When you compliment a woman on her fragrance, you're not just saying she smells nice. You're telling her something deeper, that her scent has stuck with you, lingering in your mind long after she's gone. For a woman, knowing her scent has that kind of effect on someone is intoxicating. It taps into something primal, making her feel like her presence leaves a mark. But here's the thing, most guys miss this. They throw out shallow compliments like, "You look nice," or "That dress is pretty," but they don't notice the details that really matter. The guy who notices the subtle things, how her fragrance lingers, how it stirs something in him, that's the guy who stands out. It's the attention to detail that shows he's present, aware, and genuinely interested. This is where stoicism comes in. A stoic man knows his words carry weight, and he doesn't use them carelessly. He doesn't throw out compliments just to get validation. Every word is intentional, chosen carefully for impact. So when he tells a woman, "That fragrance you're wearing is intoxicating," he doesn't say it just to fill the silence. He says it with confidence, with purpose. He doesn't overdo it because he knows confidence doesn't need to shout. Desperation, on the other hand, is loud and obvious. When he delivers that compliment, it's with a calm, grounded energy, the kind of energy only a man who knows his worth can project. He doesn't need to prove anything, his words speak for themselves. And when you do this, watch how her body language changes. She'll remember that compliment not just in the moment, but every time she wears that perfume again. That's the power of psychological attraction. Compliment number 2, your smile could brighten up an entire room. Let's break this one down because it's a game changer, and most guys totally miss it. A smile isn't just a facial expression, it's a vibe, an energy that can shift the whole atmosphere. When you tell a woman her smile could light up a room, you're not just talking about how pretty her teeth are. You're recognizing her energy, that magnetic aura she brings into every space she enters. Think about it. Have you ever been in a room where someone's smile just made everything feel a little brighter? Where the energy shifted and everyone felt more at ease? A smile like that isn't just about beauty, it's power. The woman who can light up a room with just her smile holds influence. When you call it out, you're showing her you see that power. You're saying, "I see you. I see how you can change the vibe just by being here." But here's the truth. Most guys don't notice this. They get stuck on shallow compliments about looks and miss the deeper layer. A woman's smile isn't just about her appearance, it's a reflection of her inner world, her openness, her ability to bring positivity into a world that can be pretty dark. So when you drop this compliment, you're not just flattering her. You're acknowledging something rare. You're recognizing the impact she has on the people around her, and that's a compliment that hits deep. Let's tie this back to Stoicism. A Stoic man is aware of the energy he brings to the table. He doesn't seek validation, but when he notices something worth appreciating in someone else, he calls it out, straightforward, no hesitation. A Stoic man doesn't just see a smile, he sees the effect of that smile. He notices how it can cut through negativity and bring light into a room. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to hear that? Who wouldn't want to be told their presence alone can change the energy of an entire space? Women don't hear that every day, and that's exactly why this compliment sticks. It's real, it's raw, and it's powerful. Compliment number 3, I love how real you are. You don't try to fit in, you're just you. Let's be brutally honest for a second. We live in a world full of masks. Social media pushes everyone to wear a filter, fake personalities are the norm, and conformity is rewarded. In a world like that, being real isn't just attractive, it's a power move. When you tell a woman, I love how real you are, you're not just tossing out a generic compliment. You're acknowledging something most people are too afraid to show, the courage to be unapologetically herself. Here's the reality check. Women hear compliments about their looks all the time. You're beautiful. You look amazing. You're stunning. But what happens when a man notices something deeper? What happens when you see the core of who she is, not just the surface? That's when you strike a chord. You're telling her, I see you, not the version you think you have to be for the world, but the raw, unfiltered, authentic you. That hits differently because authenticity cuts through the noise. It shows you're not just looking at her through the lens of attraction, but through the lens of genuine respect. Women are used to being valued for their looks, but when you appreciate who they are beneath all the layers, that's where the magic happens. That's when you start building a connection based on respect for her true self, not some manufactured version of her. And let's not sugarcoat it, realness is intimidating. It's easy to conform, easy to hide behind the mask of what others expect. But the moment someone dares to show up as their real, raw self, that's power. That's what makes someone truly stand out. So when you tell her you love how real she is, you're not just complimenting her personality. You're acknowledging the strength it takes to be authentic in a world that demands conformity. In the realm of Stoicism, authenticity is closely tied to the idea of living in alignment with one's true nature. A Stoic man doesn't bend or break to fit societal expectations. He is who he is. No pretensions, no compromises, no pretending. And the same principle applies when you compliment her for being real. You're showing that you admire that strength, recognizing that authenticity isn't a flaw, it's a strength. A strength that makes us stand out in a world full of pretenders. Here's the brutal truth. Most people will never be as real as she is. That's why this compliment hits so hard. It's rare, it's real, and ultimately, it shows you're not interested in the fake versions of people. You want the real deal. Compliment number 4, I love the way you see the world. It's so unique, and it really makes me think. Let's face it, the world is full of clones. People living on autopilot, parroting the same tired opinions and following the same predictable routines. But then there are those who stand out, those who see the world differently. They don't just float along with the current. Instead, they challenge the status quo and redefine how they interact with everything around them. And when you notice that, when you acknowledge that level of depth, you're tapping into something powerful. Telling a woman, I love the way you see the world, is more than just a compliment. It's a recognition of her mind, her ability to think critically, see nuance, and question the obvious. You're telling her that her thoughts matter to you. In a world where most guys are obsessed with what's on the surface, what she looks like, how she dresses, or if she fits the perfect mold, you're cutting through all that superficial noise and appreciating her intellect. That's a rare move. Here's the reality, though, most people are trapped in their own bubble. They surround themselves with the same kind of thinking, the same kind of people. It's easier that way. But when you come across someone who doesn't think like everyone else, who sees things from a different angle, that's when things get interesting. You can't help but be drawn to that mindset, that refreshing take on life. And when you tell her that you love the way she sees the world, you're not just complimenting her intellect. You're showing her that you value what's in her mind, that you admire the way she processes the world around her. You're also showing that you can appreciate more than just her outer shell. You're looking at her as a whole person, and that's magnetic. Compliment number 5. You have this incredible energy about you that draws people in. It's like a force. This is where things get real. I'm talking about energy, the vibe, the aura, the magnetic force that some people have. It's that invisible yet undeniable pull that makes people want to be around them. And when you notice this in a woman, it's a sign of high emotional intelligence. You're seeing something that others overlook. Complimenting a woman's energy is different from complimenting her looks or her smile. You're recognizing something deeper, something that's intangible but powerful. You're acknowledging that she's not just going through the motions. She's bringing something to the table that others can't ignore. When you call out her energy, you're telling her that you see her impact, not just her external features, but her internal force. You're telling her, you're not just a pretty face. You're a magnetic force of nature. You influence the world around you without even trying. And here's the hard truth. Most people never get this kind of acknowledgement. They're praised for how they look or what they own, but no one ever recognizes the energy they bring into a room. When you do, you make her feel like she has something rare, something that can't be faked. And that's the kind of compliment that can change everything. Remember, guys, it's not about throwing out compliments randomly. It's about making them meaningful, authentic, and powerful. Use these compliments wisely. If you do, you'll not only stand out in her mind, but you'll also be shaping the kind of connection you want to build with her. Stay stoic, stay grounded, and keep elevating your game. Alright, real quick, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these compliments you'd actually use in a conversation. Or better yet, type this in the comments. Words have power, and I know how to use them. It helps lock in what you've learned and boosts engagement. Let's see who's really paying attention. Compliment number 5, revisited, I love your energy. It's contagious and makes me want to be the best version of myself. Let's face it, energy is everything. You've probably encountered those people who drain you, the ones who suck the life out of every room. But then there are others who light it up. The kind of people whose energy doesn't just fill a room, it commands it. When you tell her, I love your energy, it's not just some throwaway line. You're recognizing the force she brings, the way her presence lifts everyone around her. It's like a spark that lights something in you, pushing you to do better, to level up, to become more. Energy isn't just about being fun or lively, it's about being a presence that motivates, that makes others want to be the best version of themselves. When you tell her that her energy is contagious, you're letting her know she's the kind of person who inspires growth and action. Here's the brutal truth. Life doesn't wait. If you want to succeed, you need to surround yourself with people who force you to rise. People like her, with that kind of infectious energy, are the ones who push you to excel. She doesn't just exist in the world, she makes it better by simply being herself. From a Stoic perspective, this is powerful. The Stoics believed in self-mastery, not just controlling what we can, but surrounding ourselves with those who challenge us to become the best version of ourselves. By recognizing her energy, you're acknowledging the impact she has on your growth. This isn't just about making her feel good, this is about recognizing true power. Her energy isn't just a vibe, it's a call to action. It's the kind of presence that forces you to stop settling and start living up to your potential. In a world where most men are stuck in mediocrity, that's the kind of woman you need by your side. Compliment number 6, you're honestly one of the most thoughtful people I've ever met. You really care about others, and it shows. Let's get real. In a world of self-centered games and fake personas, genuine thoughtfulness is a rare commodity. Everyone's out for themselves, looking for what they can get. But those who actually care, who put others first, stand out. When you tell her she's one of the most thoughtful people you've ever met, you're not just paying lip service. You're recognizing depth. It's not just the grand gestures, it's the little things. Remembering small details from past conversations, checking in on someone who's struggling, going out of her way to make people feel valued. These actions are the mark of a woman who isn't just about getting attention but about giving something real. When you notice that, it means you see her for who she really is. Here's the thing, most people in today's world are selfish. It's all about status, followers, and quick gains. But thoughtful people? They're different. They add value, not just take. When you call that out, you're not only acknowledging her actions, you're respecting her character. Something deeper than surface-level compliments. In the red pill world, we know that actions speak louder than words. It's about recognizing what's real, not what's flashy. Her thoughtfulness is a reflection of her integrity, and that's something that stands the test of time. This is the kind of woman who doesn't just play the game for herself. She's someone who genuinely adds value. From a Stoic perspective, we admire virtue. Stoicism teaches us to recognize what truly matters, living a life of integrity and caring for others. So when you acknowledge her thoughtfulness, you're not just recognizing a trait, you're honoring strength. This is a woman who embodies value, and that's something worth appreciating. Compliment number 7, I love how driven you are. Your sense of purpose is seriously inspiring. Let's face it, ambition isn't just about chasing money or status. It's about the fire in your gut that pushes you to keep grinding, to keep moving forward no matter how hard life gets. In today's world of instant gratification, the ones who stay focused on their mission, who wake up every day with a sense of purpose, stand out. When you tell a woman, "I love how driven you are," you're acknowledging something deeper than just her hustle. You're recognizing her passion, her grit, and her refusal to settle for mediocrity. In a society where so many people just float through life, waiting for things to happen, she's out there making things happen. And that's rare. You're telling her that you see the effort, the late nights, the sacrifices, the non-stop grind. You're saying, "I see you pushing yourself to reach your potential, to build something real." That's not just a compliment, it's recognition. It tells her that her drive is noticed, respected, and admired. In a world full of superficial interactions, that hits hard. We live in a world where so many are content with just getting by, stuck in a comfort zone, afraid to break out. But a woman who's driven isn't afraid to chase her vision. She's out here with purpose, breaking barriers and making things happen. When you call that out, you're telling her that she's different. You're telling her she's not just some passing distraction. She's a force to be reckoned with. In the red pill space, we understand that drive is key. Men and women alike need that fire to thrive. Without it, you're just another face in the crowd. But when someone has that purpose, that's a person who has true value. And as a Stoic, you recognize that true virtue lies in commitment to one's mission, in the relentless pursuit of excellence. Compliment number 8. You have this incredible way of making people feel comfortable and truly valued. Let's talk about emotional intelligence, that rare, almost magical ability to make others feel like they truly matter. In a world full of people constantly trying to prove their worth or make themselves seem more important than they are, someone who has this gift stands out. You've seen it. It's that person who walks into a room and instantly changes the energy. They don't need to say much. Their presence alone makes people feel at ease, like they've been accepted for who they truly are. No facades required. When you tell a woman, "You have this incredible way of making people feel comfortable and truly valued," you're pointing out something that often goes unnoticed by many, something far deeper than surface-level charm. It's not just about looking good or having a pleasant smile, although those things certainly contribute to the experience. It's about the real, lasting impact a person can have on others. What you're describing is the ability to create an environment where people can simply be, where they don't have to put on a facade or mask their true selves but can breathe, relax, and exist without the looming fear of judgment or rejection. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. How many people in your life have that effect on others? Truly, how many people do you know who have the rare gift of making someone feel seen, heard, and understood? The sad reality is that most people are so tangled up in their own insecurities, their quest for validation, or their need to be acknowledged that they're blind to the emotional landscapes of those around them. Instead of lifting others up, they're too caught up in their own struggles to create the kind of supportive space that fosters real connection. But someone who possesses emotional intelligence? That's a different story. She's the type of person who intuitively knows how to navigate human emotions, how to read a room, and sense what people need without a word being spoken. It's not just about being nice or polite, it's about truly understanding the complexities of human experience and being able to engage with it on a meaningful level. And that, my friend, is a skill you can't fake. But once you have it, it becomes a superpower, especially in today's world, where so many are more focused on their own narratives than on connecting with others. In an age that often prioritizes the superficial, looks, status, and social media personas, being able to connect with someone on a deeper, more authentic level is like wielding a rare treasure. So when you highlight this quality in a woman, you're not just giving her a compliment about her appearance, even if it's delivered with warmth and sincerity. You're recognizing something much more profound. You're acknowledging her ability to bring something into this world that's not always celebrated but is, in many ways, the real currency of meaningful relationships. You're recognizing her inner strength to make others feel valued, something that often goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Now, let's go a bit deeper. From a Stoic perspective, this compliment also aligns with the core virtue of empathy. The Stoics, figures like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, emphasized the importance of understanding others. They believed that true wisdom wasn't just in intellectual pursuits but in the ability to cultivate deep, authentic relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. To make others feel truly valued, beyond the surface, is a testament to a person's wisdom and self-awareness. It shows they've transcended their own ego and learned to see the humanity in others. That's what you're pointing out when you offer this compliment. You're recognizing the presence of empathy, the wisdom that goes beyond appearance and taps into something deeper, something more enduring. In a world where many seek affirmation from the outside, to be truly seen and valued by someone, without pretense, without conditions, that's a rare and precious gift. And when you see that in someone, acknowledging it isn't just a compliment. It's a recognition of their true worth in a world that often overlooks what truly matters. You're not just recognizing her ability to connect, you're recognizing the strength it takes to be vulnerable, open, and authentic in a world that demands you hide your true self. And let's be real, in the world of masculinity and red pill thinking, being real is one of the most powerful things you can be, both for yourself and for those around you. And there you have it, 8 powerful compliments that go beyond surface-level flattery. These aren't just random words to impress someone. They're about building real connections and letting her know you see her for who she truly is. If you found these compliments powerful, wait until you see the impact of the right words first thing in the morning. Click on the video popping up on your screen. No woman can ignore these 7 good morning texts. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.